true journey to know thyself, we continue to unfold our divine eternal connection. Welcome to Embracing Infinity, exploring the infinite oneness in the space of love and truth. Host Jennifer Rose is an international spiritual medium, healer, channeler, mentor, and transformational guide, encouraging individuals to know themselves through the lens of their own divine heart, highest potential, and with spirit to evolve within the frequency of love and peaceful harmony. Now, here is your host, Jennifer Rose.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, happy Veterans Day, and happy 11/11 Portal Day for all of our friends in spiritual land. Welcome, Ronnie Shahbazian, my very special friend and my very special guest, as we are here for the distinct purpose of honoring our veterans during this very special hour today. How are you, my friend?
Jennifer Rose, good morning. I'm so happy to be here in celebrating Veterans Day. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of your show, as we want to bring not only a celebration but remembrance to what veterans have done for our country. And while we think about this day as a special day of remembrance, it's also not just a remembrance, but it's a celebration of those who have served in our armed forces. I was an Army veteran, or I am an Army veteran. I was 20 years old when I was drafted into the Army. It was at a time when our country was in turmoil. The Vietnam War wasn't well received. We were, I was hanging out in junior college. My Italian mother was taking great care of me. My Armenian father was a taskmaster, which is what I needed at the time. I had a hot blonde girlfriend whose parents hated me. Why would I want to go anywhere? I was having the best time of my life. And lo and behold, they said, "We need you, young man." So off I went. Off I went to war, spending one year in South Vietnam. It wasn't, other than, I don't know, I think God had saved my life long before that time. But it's when I first realized that someone was looking out for me, because I did not have a lot of drama, a lot of trials and tribulations. It was okay. I mean, we were bombarded on a regular basis. We were in bunkers on a regular basis, but it didn't seem to strike fear in my heart. I just lived it, eyes wide open. And it was a great experience. But it also taught me a lot about myself, especially after I came back from that war, because we weren't received very well. It wasn't a good time to be in the military. We were advised to let our hair grow and not wear our uniforms when we were traveling. That's not a good way to be received home after a war. But I understood the war, understood what was going on. It was a bad time in our country. The war was not liked. The anti-war movement helped us get rid of a bad president, but we were the collateral damage. The Vietnam soldiers were collateral damage in that time. So I suffered what I call my drug, sex, and rock and roll era, which lasted a couple decades. I had a great time, but I wasn't growing. I wasn't finding God. I wasn't finding spirit. I was just finding what made me happy that day. And then all of a sudden my life changed, and I don't know what triggered it. I can't even answer that question today. What triggered me to go a different path and get out of my way? I was kept getting in trouble. I was hanging out with the wrong people. All the people my parents told me not to hang out with is what I was doing. So as we grow individually, that's what happened to me. I found my way to find God. But in the meantime, What happens to your soul? What happens to how you grow and the things you do? I needed help. I was jaundiced. I was sick. I went to the VA doctors and they told me, you're just a Vietnam veteran who's suffering from too much partying, and they were half right, but it ended up I had Hep C from my exposure to the injections that they gave us during my military career, which wasn't diagnosed for another 10 years. So how do we get through all this? It's by God's will. It's what he brings to the world to save our souls. But no one saves us but ourselves. There's nobody there until you find yourself. And then everything opens up. My whole world changed. Things got better. I found spiritualism. I found, let's fast forward. I found my way through the VA. The VA is a great opportunity for veterans and their families to prosper. And I'm prospering because of the VA. And I want everybody to understand that and reach out if they have questions about VA. I just found out the other day, listen to this. My psychologist said, hey, there's VA massages. I went, massages? I love massages. Who doesn't love a massage? So there's this, I hope Stacia's here, or I'll give her the message, or anybody that's got veterans in their family. It's called Zell, Z-E-E-L, 2 E's. And you go to your primary doctor at the VA, you get a referral, and the next thing you're getting massages. I've got 12 massages over a period of 90 days. That's like a massage a week, I think. I haven't done the math. So there's all this available to all of us who have families who have veterans in their families. And it's not just that, it's everything that's been provided for me. I'm dealing with some that hasn't been diagnosed as sleep apnea, but they're going to give me an in-home test, some sort of machine they're going to send me, and they're going to see if I have sleep apnea. I've had this test before, but I had to go to a facility and spend the night. So this will be done in my house. This is just a little bit about what's going on. But, when we talk about veterans, everybody here that's a part of this podcast today is a veteran. We've all done our trials and tribulations, and we do them on a regular basis. And the thing about it is we're not afraid. That's why we're all here today. We need to understand ourselves before we can do anything for anybody else. We need to love and appreciate what God has provided for us and the things that are available to us as human beings, being a part of spirituality, being connected to Jennifer Rose and her shows every week. And everybody on here's got a show. I mean, it's amazing. And it's a creation of your own energy and your own love of spirit that makes you all veterans in what you do, in what you bring to the table as hosts of various shows. I mean, every time I turn on the spiritual guidance show or Embracing Affinity, there's all these different people doing everything. There's Lynn doing her ribbons, and it's like, God, this is great. Sometimes I feel like I should just stay home and watch all this because it's teaching me so much about myself. That's how we learn about the things that bring us together, is learning about ourselves first and foremost. We've got to do it. We've got to stay connected to each other, especially in this world. The world's crazy right now, but this is our opportunity. It's supposed to be crazy because it's going to change our lives and the lives of everybody around us. We have so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for at a time when so many people are not doing well. And they're not doing well because of their own doing. They've chosen that path of not being happy, not making themselves happy, not finding a way to make yourself happy. And there's the best way to do it is by staying connected to each other. This community is so powerful, so amazing. Everybody loves one another. Everybody supports one another. And if you just keep staying connected, all this is going to change. I can see the bright shining ball. I talk about it when I do readings. There's this light shining ball that all of us have, all of us possess. And we're so grateful. We're so grateful for each other, because that's what brings us our strength and energy. That's what brings us the love that we have and share for each other, the things that bring us love, joy, and peace. That's what we're here for. We're not here for the trials and tribulations. Those we have to endure to find the love, joy, and peace, because that's what we're here for. And each and every opportunity that we find to enhance ourselves, to build ourselves up, are done through the connection we have with each other.
Absolutely, Ronnie. Very well said, my friend.
Thank you
So
for having me today.
it's an honor to have you, and to just take this time to honor all of our veterans, not just in the U.S. but across the world. The U.K. also has been celebrating Remembrance Day. They traditionally observe it on Sunday, I believe, and but there's been a lot going on the last couple of days. But I know that today is the kind of like the official day, especially for going back to like World War II and so forth, too.
Correct.
So we want to honor all of the veterans around the world for serving, protecting, and going through things that most of us cannot imagine, on our behalf too, and honoring what a tremendous experience it is, and everything you've had since then too. So you're so positive, and you are a bright beacon of light for so many people, Ronnie, too. And you understand because you've been through it. You've had the health issues, the psychological issues, and you've had to find your way. And now you're giving back and helping others, and also spreading the word. So we're very blessed to have you on this planet, and I'm happy that you survived, and that you've found a way to thrive. And that at the same time, it's very humble for you to say, like, I had to do it myself too. So like, you're taking the personal responsibility for your happiness and for your future. So I like to say, God helps those who helps themselves too, because there's a point where we learn to understand it's within us to make the change, to make ourselves live the best life that we can. And this is one of the reasons why I love you so much, Ronnie, too, is you're very authentic. You know who you are, and I've always felt safe with you. And so thank you for that too.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
The thing about all this is we are all a community. Me being a veteran makes us all veterans in the things we've done, in the things we've manifested over the years. Each and every one of you has made your way through trials and tribulations. And that's why you're here today, prospering and being a part of this community, and bring your special talents to those who want to observe and watch the demonstrations that come about every day through the ability to put these podcasts and shows together that you guys seem to thrive on. And having the opportunity to serve with you makes me very grateful, makes me very proud that I've got so many people that's got my back, and each and every one of you makes me feel that way. And I want you to feel the same, that I have your back as well.
Get me all emo, Ronnie.
But it's asking the tough questions and looking for the right answers that make this all worthwhile. I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing. I had no idea. I was floundering around. I was lost in space, literally. But then I found my way. I found my way through spiritualism, through, different modalities. I spent a lot of time with Craig Hendricks and his ability to bring cycling together, DNA reprogramming with Annalisa Reed and her husband, Jonathan Stewart Reed. These have always been things that got me connected, and I just kept working and working and working. And then I found Jennifer when she did a speech at a talk at the Spiritualist Church of the
Church of
Comforter
the
in Santa
Comforter.
Barbara. And that was how we met. And then she did a reading for me, and I said, I feel the energy here, and I need to stay connected. And we work together on a regular basis. And it's given me so much love, joy, and peace just by finding spirituality through a way that I can give readings to myself, give readings to others, and enhance their ability to make their lives better. If I can enhance my ability to make my life better, then why shouldn't I do it for everybody else?
Oh, I love that. And we have our magic wands on our desks. So we have fun too.
And that's a big part of it, making sure we have fun along the way.
We do. We have so much fun. Ronnie, how about we take a moment to say hi to all of our friends? So
Yeah, I see all these faces, but you have a
yeah,
better
yeah. So
advantage.
our dear friend Evelyn is here. She's sending her blessings and her gratitude for
Thank
all
you,
of our
Evelyn.
veterans and telling you that you're an earth angel as well. Let me get my glasses on, otherwise I'll be squinting. My eyes used to work before iPads and phones. Nancy Muratala is here. Hi, beautiful
Love
Nancy.
Nancy. You all.
I love Nancy too. I know. By the way, our Fashionably Spiritual show is coming up this coming Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and that's 9 Eastern and 2 a.m. Tuesday in the UK. So Nancy and I will be seeing that. And also, we've got our messages. Speaking of magic wands, our messages from the Enchanted Realms is this coming Saturday at 2:30, folks. Followed by Guiding Life with Shannon Rattay. And Shannon Rattay and I, who are doing the fairy show, with Miss Fran. As you all know, she's in recovery, and where she actually is improving and doing very well and sending her love. But we've got Raven Adams, who will be stepping in and helping to hold that space as well this Saturday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now back to you, Ronnie. Mr. Jeffrey is here too. Hi, Jeffrey. He's our good friend too. He's got the wizard vibe in him as well too. Nancy is thanking you for your honorable service. Miss Jennifer McCormick is here from the UK, so she's been celebrating Remembrance Day in her area.
Yes. Thank you,
And
Jennifer.
beautiful Vivian Ishmaru. Aloha, Vivian. She's over from Hawaii. And then Jade as well. Her dad also served in the Vietnam War, and she says the scars are still there, and she's thanking you for your service. Lynn Juno, as you know, doing her ribbon readings. Is that this coming Friday, Lynn? Let me know. She's thanking you for your service.
I think I saw her at 7:00 in the morning on some day. I don't know what
Yeah,
that looked like. It looked like it was a live performance, but
she's on several pages. She's doing Kirstie Ashton's show, and Veronica Jenkins' page. She's got, I think, as many or more than me now, too. Jade's dad also had, I think, the same complications you had as well, too. So she's very much relating to your experience. And Stacia is here as well. I know you mentioned her out wanting her to know about the zeal, about the massage therapy for veterans. Kim Princess is saying hello too. Hi, Kim Princess. Lynn Juno saying her first husband served in the Marines during the Vietnam War. No physical injuries, but scars that didn't show, psychological scars.
In response to that, Lynn, the thing about it is, and I think we've been dealing with the emotional scars of service long before Vietnam. It was World War I, it was World War II. It was a time when people came back. My father, they called it shell shock in those days, but it was PTSD. It was, you had to suppress so much of your emotional trauma and drama because you were at war, and you had to uphold your ideals and stay strong to save your own life and those around you. In order to do that, you had to kind of withhold all this stuff. So then what you got out, it was all this built up trauma and drama in your life, and you took it out on the people you loved. They were hurt. They were exposed. My dad had it, but not for a long time. And then it kind of developed later in life. and he took it out on people that he loves. But he maintained it really well. I'm pretty proud of my dad, how he managed it all. He managed it better than I did in the beginning. So when we deal with these emotional things, how do we do it? Now I have a psychologist I see every week, and she's a veteran. She's the one that told me about the program for massage therapy, because I've got chronic nerve pain, so I'm always aching and always things. So you can get a massage a week. It's going to get rid of a lot of trauma and a lot of drama. It's going to help you. It's going to help you heal. It's going to help you grow, because you're not dealing with the negativity that's driving you down. You're dealing with the results of the therapy and the help you're getting. If one day you're getting a psychologist that you can talk to, just like I'm talking to you, and tell her, and she's a veteran. She jumped out of airplanes. When we have someone like that, and then we also have these other things, and then you get the disability compensation that gives you a better life, that makes everything whole. I'm the happiest I've ever been, but I've worked very hard to get those benefits that I'm receiving through the VA. I worked hard to get them. They don't come and knock on my door and say, hey, we got a check for you, and by the way, you can get a massage in your house. No one came and told me that. You hear about it from other veterans. You talk to your veteran service officer, and those are the things that are going to help you thrive and help you move forward in your life. Staying connected to people like Jennifer Rose and all these people, everybody on this show today has their own show. That's crazy. But it's crazy in such a great way, because you've found your energy, and you want to share it with the whole world, and that's what you're doing. And I commend you all on being able to do that, and I'm proud to be here and talk to you about my life.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the love. You're giving love back to us, even though this is about you and the other veterans too. But I do understand what you say, having gone through some pretty crazy transformation to get to be the person I am now. I do feel a bit of a veteran.
You are a veteran. Everybody that tuned in today is a veteran of something, and you found your way through it, just like I have. You made yourself a different person, a better person, someone that you're proud of, someone you can look in the mirror and say, I'm making a difference.
Yeah. I feel good about that. Thank you. And I'm using my spirituality for good.
Yes, you are. We all are.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have a friend who owns a snack shop out by the marina. His name is Richard Lawrence. He's a Korean War veteran. So I'd go out there and visit him, and I have this program. So if you're a veteran, you go into his snack shop. He does these hot dogs. He takes pictures. He's got thousands of pictures online in his shop, and he takes pictures of everybody who buys a hot dog. So I said, let's do hot dogs for veterans. So he has this program out there. So if you're a veteran, you can go in there and you can get a hot dog, and I get to pay for it. So that's been fun. And so there was this one veteran that would come out there, and you could tell he was sleeping in the bushes. His name is Jerome. And Jerome was a happy guy, but he was living in the streets, living in the bushes. He was a combat veteran, jumped out of helicopters, jumped out of airplanes. He carried an M50 rifle. It weighed about 100 pounds through the jungles to fight and carry on this battle. He wasn't suffering from drug use or anything like that. He was just hiding from himself. And so I kept telling him, I said, Jerome, there's benefits for you. He goes, I don't know. I don't want to deal with the VA. I said, all you got to do is just go out there and talk to somebody, and they'll help you. They want to help you. They're there. Their offices are open. You just go and walk in. You don't even have to knock on their door. The door is open. So after some persuading and got tired of hearing me talk about it, he got his veterans benefits. He's got housing. He's got food, substances available to him, and he's got a disability pension. So he got
Oh,
some
thank
new
goodness.
clothes. He looks different, and he's a lot happier. They're taking care of him medical. He's getting money every month. He's not on the streets anymore. I don't think he's any less happy, but he's more comfortable. He was happy before.
Yeah.
And he
And
wasn't
he's
suffering from substance abuse or alcoholism or anything like that. He was just hiding. Like I said, he was hiding from himself. And there's so many people like Jerome. You see him on the streets, say, well, this guy's just a drug addict and alcoholic. And, that's why he's not making it better. But that's not always the case. It's not always the case. The things that happen from the neck up can be very traumatic. You don't have to have been shot.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, evacuated because of injuries, because of, bullet wounds. Those things are easy to fix, easy to combat. It's the ones from the neck up, the guys that came home but were afraid to go anywhere. Some guys never came back. They stayed there. Some of them are considered the POWs we have. They're not, they just got their own lives and stayed there. It's a thing.
Wow.
Some guys kept going back because they were more comfortable in Vietnam than they were at home, because they weren't appreciated. So, they moved there. They became, they found families, developed families, or they just hid out. And we know that's going on. They're just not prisoners of war, or they're dead. There's some that are still there living and probably thriving because they found a better life than they would have found here. It's wherever you seek it, wherever you find it, and whatever you find for the things that are going to make you happy and the life that you want to live. I'm very comfortable. I live in a great spot in downtown Santa Barbara. I'm close to a lot of things that I can love, enjoy, and have a good time doing. I belong to a health club that this morning I went there and did a Pilates class, and then I did a sauna, jacuzzi, and a shower. And then I went and had brunch with one of my friends, and it was paid for by one of the managers of the restaurant that we were at. That's pretty cool. That's what I was hoping for.
That's really cool. And you deserved it.
I deserved it. I had it coming. We all have
Yeah.
it coming. We all deserve a free brunch once in a while.
Yes, we all deserve a free brunch, especially you, my friend. Yeah. Vivian, I believe she has a background in psychology, if I remember correctly, too. So she understands what you are speaking of, too. And PTSD is a real thing. It's not just the violent outburst, but it's the like you said, the isolation and the disconnection, nervous system, trouble regulating your nervous system, panic attacks, anxiety, startle reflexes, all of these things can show up. So it would be good that people have a basic knowledge of PTSD and what that looks like, so that we can continue to be more helpful and compassionate of each other as well.
I think
Stacia,
it's very important.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ronnie.
I said, I think it's very important that we keep track of all those things that we're all susceptible to. Not just veterans, but that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah,
we're talking about
absolutely.
those, but we all share those same things. But today is a day for veterans. Remembrance Day, as it would be in the UK, Veterans Day here, and whatever it may be throughout the world. Today's a day to remember those people and acknowledge them and show them our love. Yeah. And I'm getting a lot of love today. I really am.
Yes, you are. Stacey's saying a neighbor gifted her husband, who we also know is a veteran, a Hawaiian lei in honor of Veterans Day. That's a beautiful gift, Stacia. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Vivian is
Thank
saying
you for sharing it.
Yeah, and Vivian is saying she's a psychiatrist. She volunteers services to veterans, so she knows exactly what you're speaking of, Ronnie.
Thank you, Vivian. I appreciate you.
Yes. Jennifer is saying you deserve it all and so much more, Ronnie. Stacia is agreeing with you that you have to fight for the benefits. You have to keep at it.
Stacia knows she's my hero.
Mm-hmm.
She fights the good fight for her husband, because veterans, it's difficult for veterans to do it by themselves. I'm
Yeah.
fortunate. I've got a good backup system. I've got good veterans resources. So I've been able to do it pretty much on my own. But without these people here in front of me today, it wouldn't have worked as well as it's working now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Michael Christopher, he's a medium also on the Sacred Spiral Network with a show, and he's a veteran as well, Ronnie.
Thank you for
And
your
Michael
service, Michael.
Christopher,
And I love
yes,
your
thank you,
show when I can
Michael.
catch it.
Yeah, it's called Spiritually Imperfect. So y'all want to catch that as well. And so we're blessed to have you here with us, Michael Christopher. Thank you. Stacia is also thanking you for your work as well. Jennifer is giving some love to 1111 today.
Yeah, a big
uh,
portal.
it is. I know it's good energy for doing this too. Linda Martin, we're not doing readings on this show, but we're honoring our veterans. And thank you for being here, love. Appreciate you. I also wanted to say Tammy Carter Terrell. She is also has done a lot of work with the military as well, with her psychology as well too. So she's been a therapist and gone around to different countries and everything and worked with veterans too. So thank you, Tammy, for all that you've done. So we're honored to have her with us as well.
I'm so happy that we have so many people that are part of the cure and the treatment for what veterans are going through. So many people on this podcast today that are doing the work, and it's kind of like we should form some sort of coalition and do this on a regular basis, and invite other veterans to come and just listen or talk or tell their stories. Some are reluctant. I didn't want to talk about this for a long time. Now you can't shut me up.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Ronnie, too.
Well,
Linda, I want to acknowledge you, love. We're not doing readings on this show, but I see you, and I'm sending you lots of love. Over on the online live psychic readings page, Veronica Jenkins has readers all day long. So may I suggest you search for her page over on Facebook so you can get a message from one of the lovely mediums that work on her page. So I just want you to know I see you, I love you. So I'm just wanted to give you that resource to get some help there. Okay, Linda, thank you. And Vivian is saying, great idea, Ronnie. And Jennifer is thanking Tammy as well. I want to say hi to Charlene Shaz, also from the UK. I think she said her grandfather was in the Army as well. So I want to acknowledge Charlene and her lovely grandfather for his service. Evelyn was saying until recently, they send you to boot camp to engage in war, but they don't acclimate you back to civilian life, as you were speaking of too. I remember the movie with Tom Cruise, and that was like the first movie where we got to be introduced to how the veterans were treated when they came home, with such lack of connection and respect after all of the trauma that was like, we didn't know. I was young when that movie
nobody
came
knew.
out, but yeah, we didn't
Nobody
know.
really knew. And in the wars that were world wars, the wars we had to fight, it was a different time. No one really thought about what you went through when you came back. You got a job, you raised a family, and just went on about your way. But the scars were always there. And some people managed it better than others, but there was no therapy, there was no treatments.
Yeah, I mean, um, all one has to do is if you just take a moment to stop and think of what people have experienced and seen, just gruesome things that most of us can't even begin to come close to imagining. But we can take a moment to even imagine some of it, just like killing has happened. People that you love are getting killed in front of you. You have to kill, because of what you're instructed to do. That's traumatizing. Those are big things, and it's like we need to make sure that we have a very comprehensive support structure in place at all times.
That's so important. And one of the things that's happened, especially in our country, since Korea, was most of the wars that were made up. Vietnam was a made up war. Korea were still there. Iraq, Afghanistan. Those wars served no real purpose for the safety of the world. They were just made up wars to keep the industrial military complex going and thriving. And that's the sad part. But in defense of the military, now is probably one of the best times since post-Vietnam and all that thing to consider it as a career. There are great opportunities. You don't have to be even associated with, with guns and weapons, unless that's what you want to do. But you don't have to be associated with that. You can find a great career. I have a friend's son, and he was having a hard time. He worked for TSA. His dad had a thriving business, but he didn't want to work with his dad. And he's now over 20 years in the Air Force, and he loads the big C-130s. That's his job, teaching people how to load those big planes, because then they throw everything out in parachutes. Well, if it's not loaded right, it's not going to go out right. So there's a lot to say in positive ways about the military. My time was not a good time to be in the military. It was disjointed, it was dysfunctional, and it wasn't easy to maneuver it, and I was 20 years old. I didn't know who I was. I thought I did, but I'm finding it out now because of people like you that I can associate with. And we need to remember the things that we're so proud of, the things that this country has been doing such great things at. We need to question the things that aren't so great and make changes to make them better. But there's so much great about our country and the things that we're doing around the world to help people better. Maybe there's a better way than what's going on right now, but we know what we're capable of doing. And the people in the UK and in Europe, when those wars hit, World War I, World War II, they were we didn't have any, we didn't have any conflict on our grounds. We were fortunate. We went off and fought the war in other people's countries. Whether that's a good thing or not, but that's just the way it happened. But when I see my UK friends that are on here today, they suffered tremendously because their towns were blown up. Their places were, destroyed. We didn't have any of that. We thrived through it all. And then we helped rebuild those countries after the war. We have a lot to be proud of, no matter what we think about the current situation. We have a lot to be proud of how this country's helped the world.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for putting that in such a positive light too, because it's very easy to focus on the negativity, and you're reminding us that yes, we can make things better and we should make things better, but that doesn't erase all of the things that are going well and that we have done right and that we are doing right as well. So thank you for that.
That's important. It's important to keep everything in perspective. And with this group that we've got on here today, I'm so proud that everybody tuned in to listen to me talk. And I love to join your shows when I can, because you're all doing such great work for humanity and for yourselves.
Yeah, we're all in it together, just like you said. It really is a team effort. No man is an island, right? And it's like we do the work within ourselves to make ourselves better, but then that's also what makes us better connectors as well. And it's like having each other's back and supporting each other and being there for each other, holding space, holding the bucket without judgment, like we like to say. It all matters. And you have been a space of safety for me and support for me as well too. So it's just gone in both ways. So we're all very blessed to have each other too. So want to say hi to Tony and Elaine, who's joined us as well. And anybody else, I apologize if I haven't mentioned you. I want to say hi to everybody who's here too, and make sure you all get acknowledged as well too. Tony's also done some work with veterans, and Stacey's saying this is different than 25 years ago. So we have come a long way. We've made a lot of improvements. Veterans are taken much better care of than they used to be too. I do believe it has been a little bit challenging because we've had an economic shutdown, but now that's finally been resolved. So hopefully everybody's going to get back on track with the financial support. Has that affected you at all, or have you been okay?
It really hasn't affected my veterans benefits, my veterans appointments. Seems everybody's thriving. I'm not getting any pushback from anybody that I'm working with. So Some things are
Good.
closed, some things are open. Thank you, Vivian. I'd love to meet you too.
Let's go to Hawaii, Ronnie.
Or she can come to Santa Barbara. I
Or
mean,
she could. I don't know.
both
Hawaii
pretty
sounds pretty
amazing
great.
places.
That's true. Southern California is pretty great. We do live in paradise, Ronnie. I mean, we
Yeah,
do. But
we
Hawaii's
do.
not so bad, Vivian.
No,
Hawaii's
no,
pretty great.
I agree.
Here in Southern California, if it gets like below 70 degrees, we start complaining. So
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
do.
know.
We live in paradise. It's like,
We're
so,
such wimps.
so okay, we had a good laugh there. Evelyn is saying Ronnie is and always has been a beam of spiritual inspiration, and she feels blessed to know you. I do too, Evelyn. Thank you.
Everybody here is great. I need to step away for 1 minute.
Okay. Only for a minute, and I'm going to do
Only
some
for a
quick
minute.
announcements, everybody. All right,
Okay.
everybody. While we're waiting for Ronnie to come back, give me just a moment, and I'm going to apprise you of all the upcoming shows that we have. And anybody who's on here, if there's something I've missed or you've got a show, let me know. Put the date and time in there, and I'll put it up here for you too. Miss Linda, I do apologize. We are not doing readings on this show, but if you would head over to the online live psychic readings page with Miss Veronica Jenkins, there are readers there all day. So you should be able to find a show, and hopefully one of the meetings will be guided to you. With that, this Friday coming up on Embracing Infinity, I have Lori McCoe-Smith joining me again as my special guest. She's a fabulous psychic medium. She's also the owner and creator of Edify Her Soul magazine. And she's got 3 packs of cards that she's designed and created. And she's just created a 3rd pack of cards. I have her first 2. So we will be doing some card readings on Friday as well. In addition to our discussion. So that will be at our usual time on Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 Eastern, and 8 p.m. in the UK. And on Saturday is Messages from the Enchanted Realms, 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern, and 10:30 in the UK, with co-host Shannon Rattay and our special guest Raven Adams joining us as we connect with all the enchanted realms, fairies, angels, dragons, oh my, you name it, we'll do it. It's a very fun show. It's very uplifting. And if anything, you'll get a little comic relief out of that too. And Miss Fran Pierce, she is in the, still staying in the rehabilitation center, but she's doing quite well with her progress. She's got smiles. She's got great colors. She's working very hard with a physical therapist. And we continue to send her lots of love and healing. And she's getting lots of visits from her friends, and we're bringing her goodies and treats because the food there isn't so great. As well. Anyways, moving forward, after Messages from the Enchanted Realms will be Guided Life with Shannon Rattay, and she helps connect her audience to the angelic realm, the fairy realm, the guide. She helps you to make that connection so you can feel them on your own. So you will want to watch both shows on Saturday. This coming Sunday is my For the Love of Spirit Sunday spiritual service, and I have guest medium Jared Mason joining us, also from the UK, and we're excited to have him for the first time. And it will be at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern, and 6 p.m. in the UK. So we look forward to seeing you on For the Love of Spirit. It is a very loving, safe space for you all to be in. So we do look forward to you joining us. Surya Sawyer will be doing some guest spiritual poetry. And my lovely angel team, Stacia Cherry, Nancy Maritella, and Kelly Brickle, are all helping as well out there. My spiritual healers, they are my team. I couldn't do without them, and we all contribute a special part of healing and inspiration to the service. So please do join us. And on Monday is Fashionably Spiritual with Nancy Maritala and myself at 6 p.m. Pacific time in the evening, 2 a.m. in the UK. We are fashionable, but we're also very, very deep on this show too. So we do look forward to you joining us for that. So I don't know how so many lives got bunched in all at once, but they did. So there's all the announcements for that too. I hope you all are doing well with this 1111 portal. It's a beautiful day of manifestation. And I see Ronnie is back. There he is. I got carried away there, and it's like, there you were back. Okay.
I'm glad we planned this commercial break.
No, right? I got to get all of that out, and everyone pretty much stayed with me too, because I'm like, oh, no one left me. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back, Ronnie. Now, Miss Evelyn is a says you're a great resource to any vet who needs assistance or pointing in the right direction to get help. And you're very welcome, Linda. So we've got some hearts from Stacia. We've got some love for Fran from Jeffrey. Vivian is happy for the update about Fran. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, Fran is so cute. She's so funny. She's a sass too. Oh my. That's my favorite part. All right. Miss Jennifer McCormick is sharing that her partner trained in the Irish Guards. He left as I found out that I was pregnant. He came home for Christmas between training, cried leaving me, going back, and called me a few days later saying he was coming home in February. We had another 2 children after. They were both born with disabilities, and he was so sure it was all the medical interventions during training. We've talked about that a little bit last time too, I believe, Ronnie, too, that the family continues to be affected by medical treatments, vaccines, things like that they had during that too. And that's worth taking some time to acknowledge that the after effects continue generational as well too. They affect the entire family system, and so the entire family needs support. This is why we have caretaker benefits. This is why the spouses and children of veterans also need to receive services as well. Hello to Patrick. Thank you for joining us.
And the thing about it, Jennifer, is those things are real. The generational things that people go through, whether it's psychological or physical. If someone in the military has had a physical disease, it could carry on to their children. You know, they don't know for sure how this happens, but it can happen. It has happened. But the resources are there to spousal support. You know, if you're married and your husband is a veteran, you know, there's spousal support that you can get money in your own name for your own uses. And that's important. You know, education. If you're a California veteran, your kids can go to any state college without paying tuition. That's a big deal. And that would include UCLA.
Go California.
One of my veterans' friends, 2 of his daughters went to UCLA, graduated from UCLA, and he paid no tuition. It's still expensive, but without that tuition, it becomes much less expensive and more people can afford it. So those are the things that are available. There's so many things that are available. There's a PACT Act. There's a Mission Act. Those 2 things brought on board to the federal government. So many things that are available to veterans and their families. It changes every day. I don't even know what they all are. But if I need something, I'm going to certainly check and see what's available. Just like the massages, I didn't know it was available until I was told by a fellow veteran.
Yeah.
I went to my primary and she goes, well, I don't know. You may not be able to get it, you know, and it may not, maybe there's no practitioner here. And I said, well, let's put in for it and see what happens. Within a week or 2, I was already in contact with a practitioner and everything was set. So I'm happy. I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
very therapeutic. It helps to move energies. It helps to relax the nervous system so you can go into a healing response. We can't heal if we're flooded with cortisol. This is biology too. So we are, you know, have to be attuned to our bodies and what our bodies are going through. And if we're going to have PTSD and we're constantly stressed, our body is continuously being flooded with cortisol. And we go into fight, flight, freeze, fawn, all of these, you know, stress responses that make us feel like we're still in danger. This is just a little biology background too. And so massage, everyone can think, oh, it's a massage. No, it's something that will actually put your body into a parasympathetic response so that it can start healing and it can start mending things and be so that you can have also a more comfortable, more longevity, better quality of life too. So that is why all of these things are so important too. And Jennifer, her husband, passed away very young. So they're still feeling the effects. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. I know Jennifer from Facebook. I've never gotten to meet her, but I've read her, connected with her husband for her several times too. And it's like, so he's with her in spirit, but has been in the military, and their children are affected. And so she continues to be very much a warrior mom of moving forward in life and helping her family to thrive and grow.
Jennifer, it's going to always be a part of who you are. It's made you a stronger and better person for the things that you've been able to acknowledge and live through, and be able to have your family grow. You've been the rock for your family. Once your husband has passed, you've been there for them. You've taken care of those kids. You've taken care of whatever things that are available to you as part of him being in the military should be on your plate, should be things that you have available to you. So if you're not already getting it, look into it, see what's there, and see how it can help you.
And don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up.
Don't give up. Never say die.
There you go. Vivian is saying you're a wealth of knowledge. So she's very grateful for everything that you're sharing. We've done several of these shows. We've done Memorial Day. We've done Veterans Day. I think we're on year 3. And every show we share, something new, or we go back over something we've talked about before that's still pertinent. And it's like it just never, it's a continual unfoldment. Stacia is saying her daughter and I have been going to school on the GI Bill for years. Lots of scholarship and grants for dependent as well. Good. Yes. This is what we like.
Stacia knows.
Stacia knows. Yes. I hope so too, Miss Jennifer too. Patrick is giving some love and prayers. Thanks for joining us, Patrick, too. Patrick's from the UK also, so he was celebrating Remembrance Day.
It's so wonderful having those people with us today that are our friends from across the pond. We love and cherish you so much. We are so connected.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are too. And so many people here are just loving each other back and forth right now. Lots of love for Jennifer coming in from Stacia and from Vivian. So it's like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see the support.
And I love how over the years, this audience has grown, not only in numbers, but in how they feel about what we're talking about, how they feel about what's available, what's important, finding our souls, finding our hearts, finding the love we have for each other and the love we have for spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Ronnie. Sorry, Patrick's from Ireland, so not UK, but you're a close neighbor. But thank you for joining us, my Irish friend, and thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that, my love. And Evelyn is saying things are constantly evolving as needs are being heard. Yes, absolutely. So we can continue to evolve. We can continue to grow. Jennifer was also sharing a little bit about this energetic portal that we're into. If we want to get a little spiritual and see how we can connect the dots to Veterans Day too. So where is it, Jennifer? Let me find it, my love. Heavy energy for the next 12 to 24 hours, 3 mega. I don't know what a CME is, and 6 planets in retrograde. That's a buckle your seatbelts, everybody, kind of. So, but hey, when do we not have 1 million planets all doing something crazy? But I do believe we're evolving, Ronnie. We're evolving. Allison's just joined us as well. Hello, she's from Gloucester, UK. Thank you for joining us, love, too. So we got a few new friends joining us as well. And Evelyn is saying love, not life. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. What do you have coming up for you, Ronnie? Like what, as we're getting towards the end of the year, and you continue to stay involved and move forward, like what do you have going on for you, or what do you want to do? What do you like? What's your vision to continue with your own personal growth, but also for your work with veterans as well?
Well, I want to continue to support veterans and their needs for knowing what's available to them, knowing which door to go knock on, and how to best benefit yourself for you and your family, the things you need to go and get. Like I said before, they're not going to knock on your door and telling you you've got a check and there's all these benefits for you. They're there, but you've got to get up and go get them. The people are there. They're waiting. They're waiting to hear from you. They want to hear from you. They're happy and once you go and open that door, they're going to go, this was here the whole time. This was here the whole time. And it's only getting better. No matter what the administrations are doing, the VA is getting better. The benefits are getting better because they're locked in place. And for the time being, no one's been able to take that away. And I don't think it would be good if that would happen.
That. Yeah. And sometimes benefits can be retroactive. Is that correct as well?
Yes. Once you put in for your benefits, it's like the meter is running. So my first benefit, once I applied for benefits, took me 13 months to get it. And I got all that back. It was a nice chunk of change to get my life reignited. I think I was having a good life, but it made my life much better. You know, when you go to the doctor and everything's taken care of, you don't have any co-pays or anything like that. Your medicine is paid for. You know, it makes it say, okay, well, this made it worthwhile.
Yeah. Made it worthwhile. Ronnie, what also can us regular folk do to be better supporters of veterans?
Believe in what they tell you. Believe their stories. Talk to them. Ask them about veterans want to talk about it, even if they say they don't. They want to be able to share their stories.
Yeah. I remember also you teaching us from a previous show we did when it's just not trying to fix them, but how can I help? What do you need? That's how we hold space.
Yeah, we do that. We do that all the time on all these shows. That everybody's here that is on this has a show, and that's what they say. How can I help? What do you need?
Yeah. Stacia saying, you are a wonderful soul, Ronnie. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your continued dedication and inspiration.
Thank you, Stacia.
We will learn to be better listeners, to believe the stories that people are telling us. So when they tell us something's wrong or something's hard or something's bad, believe them and be supportive and compassionate. And there is a multitude of organizations that people could support through, donations or volunteering as well. Correct?
Right. There's American Legion. There's the AmVets, which is American Veterans. There's a DVA, Disabled American Veterans. All of them have resources to help veterans, can guide them in the right light. There's other organizations as well, but those are the three big ones. And they want to help. They've got veteran service officers that are available. Your county has one in Santa Barbara. Our VSO is paid for by the county of Santa Barbara through grants and through he's an employee of the county. And he's the guy I go to see if I have any questions about anything.
Beautiful.
It's all available to all of us. But you see a guy in a hat and he's got a veteran's hat on it, 9 times out of 10, he's a veteran. I saw a guy yesterday when I went to have some food at my favorite Mexican place, and he had Silver Star. That means he got a Silver Star. I've seen this guy in this restaurant over time, but I'd never seen him wear that hat before. He usually wears that veteran's hat. And I went up and I said, and I've never said more than, hey, how you doing? But I went up and I thanked him for his service, and I said, and I told him about my service. And so we had a little chat, and he was happy. I left him with a smile on his face, and I left with a smile on my face. So those conversations are something that we always look forward to.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody on this podcast today for being here, for allowing me the opportunity to talk, hear your comments, answer your questions, and be a part of what you're involved in. because like I said in the beginning, we're all veterans here.
Yeah.
We just serve in different ways.
Yes, you do. Thank you, Ronnie. You know, I happen to know you're a Sade fan, a huge Sade fan, and she has this song that I love. It's called "Soldier of Love." You know,
I know
have
that
you?
song.
Yeah, and I kind of think that's what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's something else.
never giving up, believing in love.
Never give up, never say die. That's from the movie Galaxy Quest.
I love that one. And keep magic wand nearby, everybody.
Everybody keep your magic wand nearby.
You gotta have a little magic. So,
That's right.
all right, my friend, I believe we're coming to a close. Any last minute words you would like to share with us? And thank you again, everybody who joined us and supported Ronnie and myself for this hour on Veterans Day.
I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have so many people, like-minded people, that believe that we need to honor our veterans. We need to make sure that they get taken care of, and to make sure we honor ourselves. We've got to honor ourselves. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do anything for anybody else. And I send blessings to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Ronnie. I'm so grateful that you agreed to spend this hour with me once again. So there's some incredibly beautiful energy that we are all in right now too. So it's been a little challenging for me to not get too emotional, because you know how sensitive I am. I can feel the energy is so beautiful. There's a lot of healing spirit around all of us right now too. And there's a lot of, I can also tell mediumistically, there's a lot of soldiers on the other side, veterans in wings that are also blessing this hour and showing their appreciation too. So it's very humbling, and I'm trying not to cry. So thank you for being my friend. Thank you for making me feel safe.
Thank you, everybody that was a part of this annual celebration.
And we will do it again. And we will do it again. Yeah. I'm going to play the end credits, and then stay with me for a minute if you wouldn't mind, Ronnie. Okay.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank
to
you guys
too.
so much. I love you all.
We love you so much too. Stay grounded, stay safe, manifest something positive with these intense energies. Thank you, Jennifer. Coronal mass injections and lots of solar stuff happening. So yeah, it should be fun. So with that, stay grounded, stay meditated, stay safe, live well, love you well. Please walk with grace. These steps will take you far. I will see you on Friday for Embracing Infinity, Saturday for Messages from the Enchanted Realms, and Monday for Fashionably Spiritual. It's a busy week of lives, whichever was. I hope you don't get tired. So God bless everybody, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Lots of love to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.